Hello everybody, Omega Given here. So today we're going to be doing, well, by the title of this, create a subdivided circle in Fusion 360. I'm using the term subdivided circle or sketch because I was trying to Google this and there's nobody that has mentioned it on Google, meaning it has been done, but it's called different terms and I have no idea what those terms are, but I figured out how to do it. So what I'm trying to create here is I'm actually trying to create a grate because right now I'm actually in the middle of a thunderstorm and it's about to overflow into my garage, which I have, diminished it off so it doesn't happen right now. I'm trying to create a grate, but not a specific, like any crazy interest. I'm trying to create a specific grate that looks like this, so we're basically gonna create that. But in order to do that, I need to subdivide the cylinder so I can have lines going in, so it drains in, because mainly I need the leaves. If the leaves clog up, it can still drain over top of them. That's basically what I'm trying to do. So, but let's get to the thing. How do you subdivide a circle? As you can see, I have subdivided this easily. You could do this by hand if you really want to, but it's probably a pain in the butt to do that. So let me go back a few steps. All right. So I think I should take me back a step. So what you do is you use this one tool. It's under the Create tab. So Create, and then it says Circular Pattern. So before you actually click this tool, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to create your first line in your cylinder. So like this is just, I have a sketch plane here. Let me actually get rid of oh, I got so many things here. Let me get rid of this body so we can just see it as it is. All right. So basically I created a circle. I think I made this, what is the difference between here and here? It doesn't matter for whatever project you're doing because you're gonna do a different thing. But yeah, basically the distance is 2.8 millimeters. So I have a 2.8 millimeter difference between the two circles. I'm just gonna create a bunch of subdivided things between those two surfaces. So circle, circle, and then create a line from the center going out of that circle. Once you have that, we're gonna then create a circle pattern. So on the circle pattern, you have two things. You gotta click object and the center point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click the object that you want to patternize around the circle. So this could be circles, this could be lines, this could be any kind of shape really. So we're just gonna click our line because this is all we need to do is just the line, and then click our center point. Our center point is right there. So now from here, it'll give you how many splits you want to do, and a few other things. You could go mess with those, but really we just want the quantity. I think for my project, I'm going to do 30. I think that's about what I want. So 30 different subdivides. So we're gonna do 30 subdivides for us, which will create us this beautiful, array of stuff. So we don't have to do this by hand. That's so much easier than if I had to draw out 30 individual lines at X angle or whatever. So that's basically how you do it. If this helps you out, that's basically the end of this tutorial. Like, subscribe. Really quick here, I'm just gonna finish my object live in front of you guys because yeah, it's good to finish this live. So basically, I'm just gonna go and select. This is actually a part where I gotta do it by hand. I don't know how I select, everything not by hand. Actually, did I need to make this probably 31 just to make so it's not like gonna end up being even? I probably need to make this 31 now I think about it. Nope, 30 works. All right, cool. So we got that. We're gonna extrude this out 50, and then we will create a new sketch on this, and then we're gonna yeah, create a new sketch. Do a little circle point. Can we actually get a center? Oh boy. Here, let me see the bottom of this thing. Yeah, there's the center. Okay. Create a center. I'm gonna take it out to the edge. Is that really taking it out to the edge though? That's weird. I don't know why this thing's not sensing my edge necessarily. Come on. All right, I don't know why that's doing that, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hide this body. Where's our sketch? Pull up our sketch, this sketch. I guess select this by hand really quick, because why not? Oh, another thing you might notice in my thing is I have the history turned off. So it just helps me be able to do certain tasks. There's pros and cons to turning the history off in Fusion 360. I've found that I'd rather just have the history off than on, because it makes it so it doesn't limit me from doing certain things that are really annoying. All right, I want to just extrude that by 100. And then let's turn off the sketch because I don't need that, and then extrude that by -50. And then let's unhide our thing and merge these two bodies. Booyah, look, that's how you can do it. So that is my new, we're gonna merge these two bodies. Where is it? Let's go to solid menu, combine, target body, boom. All right, we have one body now. This is my new grate that I'm gonna put down. I'll make it out of TPU plastic. I probably could do either TPU or PEG, but right now TPU is loaded up, and I might want to add TPU because a car might run over this, and this is actually kind of a good thing to see how what does TPU look like when it's run over by a car. So we're gonna print this out, and I'm gonna probably print. Oh, actually thinking about how I would print this out, we're gonna do a couple little things. Let's fan all of these edges because you know we don't want to do supports and stuff like that. So we're gonna fan all these edges in. So I can easily do what I want it to do. This will be a while. If you guys do like enjoying this kind of content, I don't do too many Fusion 360 tutorials. It's more of like whenever I see something that nobody has made a tutorial on or used the terminology, aka SEO, that's when I create a tutorial, really. But if you want more, if you like have a question how to do something, I'm not a pro at this stuff. I'm pretty amateur, as you can tell. There's probably faster ways to select these things. But I don't know those faster ways. I'm just trying to make life easier by showing the couple tools I have learned and the terminology that I use that maybe some other people might use that are amateurs, because sometimes experts don't realize what terminology you should use for somebody to actually find your tutorial. Yeah, that's how I have a few of my tutorials actually get a lot of views, is I just know how to know what the average person will probably search for, not the experts. Okay, I think we have all those selected. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fillet those. Actually, we probably want to chamfer those now, I think. No, flipping. I should have created a sketch body. Or a sketch group, or whatever it's called, or a selection group. That's what they're called. Just remember, guys, use selection groups. They are very, very helpful. So what I'm trying to do here is I want to try to make a chamfer. Why I want a chamfer is because when you 3D print this will be a big, like this will be a section. I want to print this upside down, so the grate side is on the bottom or the bed of the 3D printer. So like 3D print like that. So that's a big gap right there, and because that's a big gap, we want to chamfer it to make it arc, so like it can easily like build up to the point, making it much easier to work with. So we're gonna do that. Hopefully this will get printed. It probably won't get printed in time for, we're going on like a trip here once we have this printed out, or like out, but so I might not be able to install this. Hopefully there's no rainstorms tomorrow and overflows my garage, because we put a new lip there so water wouldn't get in my garage, but if it does get over that lip, it makes it very hard to clean out my garage. I would have to have a sump pump and everything. That would not be fun. Oh, gosh darn, this is such a just mind-killing task here. We're going to create a selection group really quick. Create selection set. Just in case. All right. Do we have every single thing? It kind of looks like we do. If I do that, it looks like, yep, all the way around. All right, now we're going to chamfer that. So modify, chamfer, and we're going to chamfer this by, was it 10? No, it's not that much. It's like 2, 4, 5. I think 5 is good enough. Yeah, let's do 5. There. That way, when it 3D prints, it'll 3D print up, and then I'll insert this like that into my grate. There might be some modifications I might need to do. For example, I think that's a little too thick here, maybe. I don't need this to be that thick. But we're going to give it a try. I might have to make a couple little differences of this. If you want this model, I might throw this up on Maker World or something like that. But else, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. This is a 10-minute tutorial thing, I guess, which I just showed you how to make a whatever thing. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.